Dragon Masters. Flight of the Moon Dragon. By Tracy West. 1. Saving the Dragon Stone. I am really worried about the Dragon Stone, said Drake. 6 Dragon Masters sat around a dining table in King Roland's castle. 5 of them lived in the castle: Drake, Bo, Rory, Anna, and Petra. Haru, the 6th Dragon Master, lived in the land of pyramids. The Dragon Stone had chosen each of them to connect with dragons. Haru had flown a long way on Wadi, his dragon. Wadi was resting in the dragon caves. And Haru had brought important news: the prime dragon stone was dying. You are right to be worried, Drake, said Haru. We must quickly find the prime stone so that we can try to save it. That is why I came here. My family thinks you and your friends can help us. Wait, what exactly is the prime dragon stone? Bo asked. Haru looked down. A green stone hung from a cord around his neck. Each of the others wore a stone just like it. We each were a piece of the dragon stone to connect with our dragons, Haru explained. All of our smaller stones come from the prime stone. So, is the prime stone huge? Asked Anna, who was also from the land of pyramids. I think so, said Haru. But I have never seen it. It has been kept inside a secret pyramid for many years. A scroll tells us that it will take 6 dragons to enter the pyramid. But first we must find it. Just then, Griffith the wizard walked into the room. I have spoken with King Roland, he said. I asked if you may all go to the land of pyramids. He will tell us soon. But I will stay here and look for a way to save the dragon stone. The king has to say yes, said Rory. If the dragon stone dies, we won't be able to connect with our dragons anymore. Petra, the newest dragon master, turned to Haru. If you've never seen the prime stone, then how do you know it is dying? She asked. Our family has a larger piece of the stone, just like Griffith does, Haru explained. Its glow keeps fading. And lately, I have had trouble connecting with Wadi. Those are signs that the prime stone is weakening. As Haru spoke, Drake's own dragon stone started to flicker. It wasn't glowing strong like it usually did when Worm, his earth dragon, communicated with him. But still, Drake heard his dragon's voice inside his head. Come, said Worm. It is then his voice stopped. It's Worm, Drake said. It sounds like something is wrong, but he didn't finish his message. We must go to the caves. The dragon masters rushed down the long staircase that led to the dragon caves. Drake ran up to Worm, a brown dragon with tiny wings and a body like a snake. What's wrong? Drake asked. Worm nodded toward the cave of Vulcan, Rory's fire dragon. The dragon was snorting and pawing the ground. Vulcan! Rory cried. She ran to him. What's the matter? His connection to you is getting weaker, Griffith explained. Vulcan may be feeling confused and scared. Rory reached through the bars of the cave and patted her dragon's nose. Hang in there, Vulcan, she said. We'll find a way to save the dragon stone. Griffith! Simon, a castle guard, said as he marched in. King Roland agrees that the dragon masters should go to the land of pyramids. They may leave at once. 2. The Dragon Temple. Excellent! Griffith said. You are off to the land of pyramids. My parents will be waiting for us when we arrive, said Haru. It sounds like a very long trip, said Petra. She twisted a blonde curl around her finger. Are we going to fly there? No. We will have to use Worm's power to get us there quickly, explained Haru. Anna's dark eyes shone with excitement. Worm can get us there in the blink of an eye, she said. Can Worm take all of us and our dragons? Petra asked. Drake nodded. First Ely tell him where to go. Then if everyone touches their dragon and then touches Worm, he'll get us there. Everyone, please get your dragons ready, Griffith said. The dragon masters moved quickly. Rory brought out Vulcan, who was calmer now. Anna let out her shimmering white sun dragon, Capri. Haru took out Wadi, a black moon dragon who was Capri's twin. Bo's blue water dragon, Shu, followed him out of the cave. Petra stepped out with Sarah, her Hydra, a four-headed poison dragon. Drake talked to Worm. Worm, can you take us to Haru's temple in the land of pyramids? He asked. Worm nodded, and Drake led him out of the cave. I will join you as soon as I can, Griffith told them all. I trust that you will find the stone. And I hope that the key to saving it is somewhere in my books. All right, everybody. Drake called out. Touch your dragon, and then touch Worm. The dragon masters obeyed. Whoosh! Green light exploded in the caves. When it faded, they weren't in the caves anymore. They were outside. A bright moon shone on a stone temple. There were 2 dragon statues, one on each side of the door. A man and a woman ran out of the temple. Haru! You are back, said the woman. And you have brought help, said the man. Very good. Welcome to the land of pyramids, dragon masters. Everybody, this is Tarek, my dad, and Sarah, my mom, Haru said, introducing the dragon masters to his parents. Then, 6 men wearing white tunics and pants rushed out of the temple. These workers will take your dragons inside, Tarek said. We don't want curious villagers coming here. We have important work to do. Sarah clapped her hands. Come, she said. We must go to the temple's secret chamber. 3. A clue. We are the keepers of the ancient secrets of the dragons, Tarek announced as the dragon masters walked through the temple. These secrets have been passed down in our family for years. Torches lit the halls of the temple. Pictures of dragons were carved into the walls. They went downstairs and came to a room full of dragon statues. Sarah walked to a statue with sparkly green eyes. Those look like dragon stones, Bo said. Sarah smiled and removed one of the stones. The wall in front of her slid open. She waved for everyone to follow her. The secret chamber was filled with shelves loaded with scrolls and books. Sarah took one of the scrolls. She moved to a large table. This is all we know about the prime stone, she said, unrolling the scroll. Drake looked at it. On top of the page was a strange-looking dragon symbol. The rest of the page was filled with little pictures, not alphabet letters. This is very old writing, Anna explained. In ancient times, people wrote messages with pictures instead of words. Yes, agreed Tarek. I have read these pictures many times. The scroll says that the prime dragon stone is in the pyramid of the 7 dragons. But we do not know which pyramid that is or how to find the dragon stone within the pyramid. There is also a rhyme, said Sarah. She picked up the scroll and read out loud. A flying dragon will find the pyramid. 6 dragons are needed to find the prime stone. 6 dragons must go with their dragon masters. No dragon or master can do it alone. The message is clear, said Tarek. It will take 6 dragons to find the stone. That is why we need your help. 1 flying dragon to find the pyramid. Drake repeated, does that mean the pyramid can only be seen from the sky? Sarah nodded. Haru has searched with Wadi many times, but has not found the secret pyramid yet, she said. I will search again tonight, said Haru. Wadi can hold one more rider. Drake's and Rory's hands shot up. I'll GOL, they both said. Haru grinned. Drake beat you by 1 second, Rory. Yay, cheered Drake. Rory frowned. Why can't we all fly with our dragons and look for the pyramid, she asked. A dark dragon like Wadi can fly at night without being seen, Tariq explained. Haru turned to Drake. Let's go find the pyramid of the 7 dragons, he said. Good luck. Anna called out. 4, WATI, look out. Drake ran outside with Haru. The temple workers had brought Wadi there. The boys climbed onto the moon dragon's saddle. Haru patted Wadi's neck. Wadi, please fly to the pyramids. Wadi flapped his wings and took off into the air. The moon lit up the village below. The rows of houses gave way to the sands of the desert. We must look at all the pyramids from above, said Haru. Keep an eye out for anything that could tell us which one is the pyramid of the 7 dragons. Drake looked down. Dozens of pyramids were scattered across the sand. 3 of them had pointy gold caps that glittered in the moonlight. Maybe it's one of the shiny ones, Drake suggested. They look important. Her nodded and steered Wadi toward the nearest one. Drake looked at the pyramid closely. It had smooth stone sides and a golden tip. But nothing said that it was the pyramid of the 7 dragons. Wadi, the next Onal, Haru yelled out. They flew to the 2nd gold-tipped pyramid, and the 3rd, but they all looked pretty much the same. These are not what we're looking for, said Haru. They flew over more pyramids, they all had smooth stone walls. Drake frowned. I don't see anything special about cheese pyramids, he said. We must keep searching, said Haru. Wadi soared across the desert. He flew over another pyramid. Drake looked at it. The walls were smooth. Then, I see something, Drake exclaimed. That pyramid has squiggly lines carved into the stone. Do you see them? Yes, said Haru. I did not notice them before. Wadi, take us closer. Wadi swooped down. He circled the pyramid. Drake gasped. There were dark lines on each side of the pyramid. Alone, they didn't look like anything. But when Wadi and Drake circled the pyramid, it is the dragon symbol from the scroll. Haru cried. We have found the pyramid of the 7 dragons. Then Drake heard a rumble in the sky. He looked up. Dark clouds floated overhead. A storm is coming, he said. We should get back. Wadi, take us home, Haru said. But Wadi kept flying around the pyramid. Wadi, stop! Haru yelled. But the moon dragon didn't listen. Haru looked down at his dragon stone. My stone is flickering. He gasped. Boom! Thunder crashed. Lightning shot out of the storm cloud. We're flying right into the lightning. Drake yelled. 5, 6 dragons, 6 masters. Haru pulled tightly on Wadi's neck to steer him away from a lightning bolt. Then the moon dragon flew back to the temple as a soft rain fell. Drake and Haru climbed off Wadi's back. Haru's parents and the other dragon masters ran up to meet them. Did you find the pyramid? Rory asked. Yes, Drake replied. But Wadi became confused out there. Like Vulcan did back in the caves. My stone was flickering, explained Haru. Wadi couldn't follow my directions, and we almost got struck by lightning. Tarek nodded. We are glad that you are safe. Your connections with your dragons are really weakening now. It is good that you found the pyramid so quickly. There is no time to waste, added Sarah. You must all go there at once to find the stone. The other dragons were brought outside. The dragon masters touched their dragons, then they touched Worm. Drake pictured the pyramid with the dragon symbol in his mind. Worm, take us there, he said. Whoosh! In a flash, Worm took everyone to the pyramid of the 7 dragons. Drake gazed at the tall pyramid in front of them. Now we have to figure out how to get inside, he said. That looks like a door, said Anna, walking up to a big stone shaped like a rectangle. Rory pushed on the stone. It didn't move. How does it open? Petra studied the door. There were 6 symbols carved on it. Maybe these are a clue, she said. Drake looked at the symbols. He saw a moon, a fire, a sun, and a drop of water. There was a round symbol that looked like a rock and there was a skull. Wait a second, Drake said. Those look like the powers of our dragons, Rory said with him. Petra touched the skull. That's the symbol for poison. Maybe if I push on it, the door will open? She pushed on the skull. Nothing happened. There are 6 symbols, and 6 of us, said Bo. Maybe each of us needs to touch the symbol that matches our dragon. He touched the water drop. Anna touched the sun. Haru touched the moon. Drake touched the rock. Rory touched the flame, and Petra touched the skull again. All 6 stones pushed in. The door slid up. Hurry, said Haru. We must find the dragon stone and save it before it is too late. 6. The rules of the pyramid. All 6 dragon masters and their dragons rushed into the pyramid. The door slammed. Down behind them. Kepri, light, please, said Anna. The sun. Dragon opened her mouth, and sunlight carved INT poured out. Drake looked around. There was a large stone in the middle of the room. Words were carved into it. Haru read them out loud. Inside these walls are 6 secret rooms. In each room is a clue to unwind. Choose one dragon to solve each puzzle, then leave dragon and master behind. Think with care before each choice is made, or forever you may be confined. When one dragon and master remain, then at last the prime stone they will find. I just realized something odd, said Bo. The rhyme calls for 6 dragons, but this pyramid is called the Pyramid of the 7 Dragons. And why does it say we'll be confined? Petra asked, does that mean we'll be trapped inside this pyramid? It sure sounds that way, sighed Rory. Worm may be able to help us, said Haru. How? Drake asked. My family studies all kinds of dragons, Haru replied. Earth dragon scales have power. If we each take a scale, Worm can transport us all out of here after one of us reaches the stone. Drake looked at Worm. Will that work? He asked. Drake's dragon stone began to glow. He heard the answer in his head. It will work. You may take my scales. Wait, how will we know when Worm is going to transport us? Bo asked. I will know when it is time to leave. Then I will tell the other dragons, Worm said. Worm will tell your dragons when it is time, Drake repeated. Just stay close to your dragon. He stroked Worm, looking for loose scales. He gently pulled out 5 scales and gave one to each dragon master. Thanks, said Rory. Now what do we do? I think the rhyme tells us what to do, said Bo. Each of our dragons must have the power to get us out of one room and into the next. Khepri shone her light around the room as the dragon masters looked for a way out. They saw 4 walls made up of stones, but no door. So which dragon gets us out of this room? Anna asked. 7. The pipe in the wall. I don't see a door anywhere, Rory said. We need to find the door to figure out which dragon can open it, Bo said. Petra studied one wall. What about this smooth area? There are smaller stones all around it. Drake pushed on the smooth stone. It didn't move. This could be a way out, he said. But there must be a special way to open it. I don't see any symbols this time, said Anna. Only one of our dragons can get us out of here, Haru said. So, we must think about our dragon's powers. Which power could move the stone? Vulcan is the strongest, Rory bragged. He could push right through it. I don't think that's a good idea, Anna said. Remember that time when Vulcan tried to push through stone, and the tunnel collapsed on us? Petra looked up. We don't want the whole pyramid falling on us. I don't think Vulcan is the answer here, said Drake. He thought about when the tunnel collapsed. Worm had moved big rocks using the power of his mind. Worm can move stone, Drake said. Worm's powers could probably get us out of any room, said Petra. So we might need to save him for something no other dragon can do. Drake nodded. Good point. Bo was looking above the smooth door. A stone pipe was sticking out of the wall. Maybe that pipe is a clue, guessed Bo. Pipes carry water, and Shu is a water dragon.